been a long time between drinks since Tim, Jamie and I hit the tracks together. We're up here in the Snowy Mountains region of New South Wales to get the trucks dirty, find the best campsites we can, but more importantly, we want to answer the question, is this the most impressive region in New South Wales? Struth, get a bit of that in here. Do you look at the track or do you look at the view? Walk straight to a branch. I think we might have our work cut out for us here. How good is this? This place has got it all. Oh! Oh!
Looking for a mad deal on the gear that you're chasing? Like this awning, I've got you covered. Keep an eye out throughout this video for an exclusive discount code and get 10% off store-wide for all 4WDRIVE Supacentre YouTube subscribers. And as always, enjoy this adventure because this is an epic trip.
Folks, how utterly spectacular is this place? Tim, I imagine it's something you're pretty much used to. You've seen a bit of this sort of stuff before. Jamie, this would be pretty alien to you, buddy.
Yeah, it is, but I mean, there's 7,500 acres here, I hear. That's unbelievable. There's going to be some tracks to find on this country.
Yeah, we're only a short distance into this property and it's a very beautiful place, so we'll be looking forward to having a good look around here for sure.
This guy's massive. Every time I open the gate, they try and get out. Hey? Why do you keep bringing your big mate? Is he your bodyguard? Alrighty, now's our chance. They're either the friendliest horses you've ever met, or they're trying to make a bid for freedom. Either way, getting the 3 trucks through here and not letting the horses out, it's going to be a bit of a mission.
Well done.
I reckon these 2 horses know where the feed is kept, and it's not in their paddock. Check out that cheeky sod. I beat the horse. Well, we finally made it through that gate and the horses stayed put. No one escaped except for us, so it's time to hit the tracks. It's always interesting hitting the first obstacle on the first track of a 4-wheel drive trip. Especially on a property like this when you just know the mud down here is as slippery as anywhere in the country. Wait till you drop into that. Straight. You wouldn't need too much more moisture on these tracks to make them virtually impassable.
Yeah, it's a bumpy crossing there, Tim.
Yeah, it looked a little bit that way, mate.
Of course, Jamie comes well equipped. That big truck of his, I tell you what, it's as capable as anything I've ever seen.
I'll be all right.
Always good to scrape through the first obstacle unharmed. Let's keep going. Get a load of this, will you? This is Gully Erosion, and it's a great example of it. What's interesting here is that behind me there is no erosion, and it's sort of starting here and continuing on down. What I think's happened is we're in a bit of a valley here. There's 2 hills, one on either side of me. I think this soil's become super saturated. Last big wet that came through here, I think, has washed all this away. Now, we've come around a corner directly onto this. If you're off in La La Land and weren't looking where you're going, you'd end up in here. Folks, if you do see something like this on the track, get out and check. It only takes you 10 seconds. You jump in here in your truck. I tell you what, you'll be in here for a lot longer than 10 seconds. Lads, looks like we're going to cross that creek again here. We've zigged and now we're zagging.
By the looks of things, it looks like we're going to be crossing this creek a fair bit, eh?
Struth, get a bit of that in here.
I could see that was a bit of a slip and slide up there.
That bank is super slippery. That was Shorty, 2nd gear low under full revs, and I just crawled my way to the top.
Yeah, she's a bit slippery up there, Tim.
Yeah, you look to be a bit slippery there, mate. We'll see how we go, eh?
Jamie made it look a bit easier. Tyres are a little bit more aggressive. Your turn, Tim.
There you go.
Really different looking bit of country through here. The first thing I noticed was the distinct lack of understory. Pretty dry down here in this gully, boys.
Yeah, I noticed that.
fair bit of dead wood around. But then again, I was going to say it doesn't look like there's been a fire through in a while, but then again, if you look, there's also a lot of damage done too.
Yeah, I'd fair say a lot of this burnt wood would be from the 2006 fires that decimated pretty much all of Victoria and well into New South Wales. It got that severe in here where they thought the only thing that was going to stop the fires in New South Wales was going to be the ocean.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Whilst the devastation that was wrought through this entire country by the fires of 2006 can't be ignored, you also can't ignore the way nature is coming back. This place is starting to look so green. There's wildflowers popping up everywhere. Won't be long until Mother Nature reclaims the whole area. Hey guys, we've got a log on the road here. Judging by the scrapings on it, looks like another car's been through already, but I'm going to go first, see how we go, eh? Shorty loves this kind of thing. Yep, that's a log all right. You might have to give it a bit of mumbo over this, boys.
Yeah, it looks a fairly substantial tree, mate.
Oh, it's got an unpleasant landing on the other side. Sorry, Shorty.
You got plenty of clearance underneath there, Jamie, so it'll certainly work well for you on this one.
Should be all right.
Hey, Jamie, when your front wheels go over, mate, don't be surprised if you've got to wait an hour or two before your back wheels go over.
Yeah, it could be a bit of a delay reaction, eh? Always like to take these one wheel at a time.
That is textbook, mate. That is the way to cross over a log.
Well, that was a bit out of fun, but you made it.
Yeah, it still had that bang after.
I'm going to go across this on a diagonal too, so both wheels aren't hitting the tree at the same time. One at a time, like so, and then over with the other one. There you go.
Just bouncing my way up the hill here. It got me to thinking about tyre pressures. Of course, we all know, as soon as you get off-road, you lower your tyre pressures. But we don't often give much thought to what we're carrying in our trucks. At present, I've got Shorty fully loaded up, because we're going to be out here for a few days. So what I've done is I've put 20 psi in the rear and 18 in the front. And what that does is just accommodate the load that I'm carrying. Boys, looks like we're descending, heading down.
Yeah, the view out in front looks pretty spectacular from back here, mate.
Now, the last time I saw a view like that, I was with both you guys on a trip.
Yes, that would have been another case of the high country, wouldn't it?
That'd be correct. It'd be smack on.
These are the kind of tracks I just love. Awesome four-wheel driving and 360-degree views. Jeez, look at that, will you? Have a look. Yeah, that is very high country, isn't it?
Yeah, very much high country looking mountains over there, that's for sure, mate.
I remember this part too, up against the seatbelt.
Jeez, you reckon? Crikey. I'll be going down to my front wheels in a minute. I tell you what though, this is a lot steeper than it looks on camera.
Well, Shorty looks pretty clean underneath the rear there.
Yeah, mate, just check that rear axle for us, will you?
Yeah, I'll get a good look at both of you from back here.
I'm pressed right up against my seatbelt here, using every bit of engine torque I can to slow down. This is one of those tracks where you gotta make a decision. Do you look at the track or do you look at the view?
I am trying to do a bit of both.
Hey, Tim, that big GU of yours, mate, is that an auto or a manual? It's been a while.
Yeah, no, she's manual, mate, so she holds very nicely coming down these steep hills.
Oh, yeah, right. How about yourself, Jamie? Yours, of course, is a manual.
Yep, I'm just riding the gears down, not using the brake.
Yeah, actually, coming down hills like this certainly helps because I've got reduction gears fitted in here, and actually I'm accelerating down these hills, not on the brakes at all.
Yeah, I've got my foot poised, ready for the brake. Just looking on the HEMA, absolute stonking hill.
Do you know what altitude we've changed down to?
We've gone from nearly 1,100 metres down to about 1,020 now, mate.
Yeah, right.
Well, that was one steep track, and it's led us right down to this magnificent river. Check out how clear the water is down here. Now, according to the HEMA, Camp is just on the other side. How amazing is this camp spot? You know, the owner of the property, Justin, he built this tin shed down here for anyone to use. And I don't think he could have picked a better location. This camp is right on the bend of the river. And what that means is that you've got water views all around camp. It really is spectacular. Getting the fire ready, 1, to cook up a feast tonight, but 2, something tells me it's going to be pretty chilly down here in this valley. Gee whiz, I love this. It doesn't get any better. I'm glad you got your hands right there, because I'd hate to see you use your welder's glove to put the steaks on. Money wasn't an object. What would you buy, Tim?
Probably 100 acres would do me enough.
Yep.
Mansfield's a location where I'd like to end up one day.
Yeah, right.
That'd be ideal for me.
What'd you do with it?
I'd probably build a place probably out in the middle there somewhere, maybe run a few head of cattle, but just want my own little piece of paradise out in the middle of nowhere. And Mansfield's a place that's certainly pretty special to me, and it's a place where I'd like to end up one day for sure.
I'll come and visit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll give you
Key to the front gate?
Give you a key to the front gate, mate.
So I'd probably just get maybe 10 to 20.
Oh, yeah.
And it'd be right down south. You've just knocked over me tiny taters, mate.
Don't let that worry you, all right?
It'd be right down south WA, mate. Down in the Carry Forest down there. Now don't kick dirt in me meal, please.
Yeah, I'll do that. Add a bit of extra flame.
I reckon if we had smell-o-vision, you guys would have watering mouths right about now. That really did taste as good as it looks. What an amazing way to end an awesome, awesome day on the tracks.
Get more for less at 4-Wheel Drive Supacentre with incredible deals on Adventureking's camping and outdoor gear. Take your camping experience to the next level with the amazing Grand Tourer Mark III aluminium rooftop tent, the rooftop tent that practically sets itself up. King's portable gazebos are built ultra strong with a tough steel frame, are easy to set up even by yourself, and are available in multiple sizes for the campsite or the job site. The incredible new 270-degree freestanding awning can be set up in just 40 seconds and wraps around the side and the back of your car for incredible amounts of shelter. Hit the water on a King's inflatable stand-up paddleboard for an insane amount of fun at the beach, the river or the dam. But warning, it's highly addictive. Plus there's fridges, solar panels and more to make every adventure incredible. At 4-Wheel Drive Supacentre, you get more for less.
What a sensational morning in the bush. Geez, I sleep well when I'm out here. Now, it's time to crank the fire back up, get the billy on, and then we're going to hit the tracks again. I'm going to make a cup of billy tea. First of all, of course, you're going to need a billy, you're going to need some tea. Just grab some loose leaf, black tea. Doesn't have to be too fancy. And the rule of thumb, 1 teaspoon per cup of person. If you like it strong, you can go 1 teaspoon per cup, and then what we call 1 for the pot as well. So if you had 3 people like we've got, you'd put 4 in there. I don't think these blokes like they're too strong, so we'll just go 1 per person. Now, don't just drop it in there, throw it in there. What that does is gets those tea leaves down to the bottom straight away. So really toss it in there. Righto. The next part of billy tea is not just for show. You do swing the billy around your head, get it going first, and then just give it a couple of swings, just like that. And that should be a perfect cup of billy tea. There you go, you give that to Tim. Cheers, lads.
Cheers. Cheers.
Billy tea. Now, whilst all 3 of us could probably kick around here all day, cracking whips and drinking billy tea, there's no time for that. A bit of an activity lined up for us, but first, it looks like we've got a bit of a challenge ahead of us. Whipping around here, lads. Looks like we're getting down to this river again. It's, well, it's true, this one's a bit steeper than the last couple too.
Looks like a bit of a climb up the other side too, if we can get out of it all right.
It's funny, when you look at it from this side, that looks like it's directly up the mountain on the other side. Actually, Well, it actually could be directly up the mountain on that side.
Can you see that, Tim?
Yeah, that departure angle on the other side could be interesting.
All right, just edging my way down into this creek here. Looks like it's rutted, pretty slippery on the other side, so I'm going to go in gently, because I don't know what this creek's got in it. And then I'm going to give it a bit of herb right about now, try and pull me out the other side. Really watching that throttle control there, because I don't want to spin wheels if I can help it. Gee whiz, I reckon a bit of rain and this track would almost be undrivable.
All right. That didn't look too bad, so I think we'll just creep up that, keep it in first gear, low range. Just climb on out of here. Yep, no drama at all.
Okay, got the rear locker on, as I do most of the times when I go off-road. First gear, low range. Leave the front locker off because it's a fairly steep departure angle with a bit of a turn at the top. So that way I'll keep all my steering to where I need it. Come out the other side with a bit of momentum. No worries at all. Rear lock is working very well.
So, Justin, a bit of a horsey background, or how'd you get into this?
Yeah, a little bit. I started riding when I was about 6, but, you know, off and on I've been. And then in the 80s I had a whole lot of race horses as well. I've always loved horses and always been interested in our brumbies. And when we had that national parks, you know, shooting the brumbies up in Guy Fawkes National Park, I always said to myself, if I was ever in a position to help them, I would. And so when we did buy this property, I thought, well, one of the good purposes we could put it to is set it up as a sanctuary for our wild horse, the Brumby. And we've done that. Brought them out here, relocated about 48 of them. And we've now got about 70, including our big silver Brumby, who's a big whaler Brumby stallion. He's a beauty.
I might ride him then.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
No, I'd stay with the one that I've got sorted out here for.
Got a pony for me or something?
Yeah,
That's all I need,
like
mate. All right, well, let's go and jump on one of these things.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll show you how a real cowboy rides a horse.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, nearly off the other side there, big fella. There's a lot of you and not much horse. Is that ratio right there, Justin?
Come on now, don't be like that.
Now this one's Music. He's actually the son of that silver Brumby.
That's a good size. How come I couldn't have that one? Mine's about 40 foot high.
Yours kicks as well.
Oh, look at the size of that thing.
This is his mother.
Look at that. It's like I was born in the saddle.
That's one of the most professional mounts I've ever seen.
Have a look at that, eh? Looks like I was born in the saddle. You know, riding a horse is just like riding a bicycle. Once you learn, you never forget. Trouble is, I never really learned how to ride a bicycle that well. Here's the business end of things. You do the walking, and I'll make you look good. All right? How's that sound? This is the bit where I put my hand on my hip, just like you, Justin. Yeah. Hey. Round this way, Tiger. Come on. There's the son of old Silverback going.
Running at a pretty easy pace at the minute, so we'll see what happens when we get this thing up and running.
Just better let it warm up. It's like a diesel. Watch your hat there, bud.
That's right.
Righto, we've got the basics. Now it's time to see what these bad boys can do. I think both Jamie and I have got steering issues. Jamie's just driven straight into a tree. Walk straight into a branch. And well, I'm heading back for a feed by the look of it. What a debacle, but gee whiz, it's great fun. Steering was a bit off there, Justin. I think you need to look at your tie rod ends, mate.
Crikey! Yeah, I'd hate to see you do that again with a horse.
Hey lads, we got a big bunch of trees over the track up here. Let's talk about convoy etiquette for just a second. If you are travelling in a convoy, it's critically important that you get a set of procedures in place and make sure that you get the convoy through together and safe and sound. A lot of responsibility on the shoulders of the bloke up in front to make sure those procedures are carried out. It's up to the bloke in front to radio through to everyone else behind and let them know about what's on the road. Make sure you have a convoy procedure in place, because convoy etiquette is what's going to get you all into camp safe and sound of an evening. Little did we know, though, that camp was going to be a bit later than we'd expected. Whoa, lads, there's a heck of a bog hole down here. Looks like someone's been It's true, it's really bogged on the right-hand side. I'm just going to pull up before I go charging through this like a bull at a gate.
Yeah, it certainly looks pretty bad from back here where I sit.
I'm sure as heck not going to go through those wheel ruts there. I reckon, looks like there's a bit of a dry bit through the middle. You can see that there, Jamie. You reckon you agree?
Yeah, I reckon you can slip through to the left-hand side there of them wheel ruts.
Having said that, just hold back. Just famous last words.
Yeah, I've seen this situation before, eh?
Whoa! No, nobody get off, please. Yeah, but it's not going to happen this time. I don't feel like getting bogged. Now, whilst it looks like we could have chosen a line to the left or the right of this nasty bit of track, the fact is it was extremely swampy country all around. This was the only line we could take through here. Yeah, I'm all good, Jamie. You come on through, mate.
Yeah, no worries. I think I'll just follow yours. I'll just go over a bit more.
Roger. Yeah, it's pretty good, mate. It's a little bit boggy, but I think you'll be alright.
Except for I've just fallen in front first. I think I must have slid off the track or something, but I'm going to try and keep going forwards.
I can't see you from up here, mate. How you going?
I'm going to try and go backwards again, but just bear with me.
Jamie, you are stuck between a rock and a slippery place, my friend. You do not have too many options here. Good luck, buddy. Come on, you can do it.
Yeah, I've just diffed out, eh?
All right. What do you want to do, mate? That's bad luck. I'm high and dry up here.
Well, I think I'm either going to have to run a winch out to that tree up in front of me, or get a winch back and go backwards out of it again, then try and come back through it. So I'd probably say the best pick's probably winch off that tree in front of me, eh?
Righto, mate. If you hold there, I'll wander back down. Crikey!
I fell in!
That didn't look anything like that when I went through it.
No, well, I went just over to your tracks a bit and just slid straight into it.
I don't want any part of that. Oh, there's enough mud in there. Clean your winch box out much?
Why would I? I don't use mine much.
I wouldn't use that one. He weighs about 90 tonne.
Hey, I'm not that heavy.
Who invited him? Did you invite him?
I'll get this hooked up ready for you, right?
Happy with that?
Happy with that, I think. You got a copy there, Jamie?
Yeah, copy.
She's all yours, mate. You can winch when ready, and best of luck.
No worries. Just give me a guide if there's anything you see, eh?
Yeah, no worries.
We won't bother with that. Jamie has got his work cut out for him here. The good news, however, once he gets his front wheels through, he's back onto some pretty firm ground. But I tell you what, that's one heck of a load under winch there.
That's the go.
That's it, buddy. That's the front end through. Keep going.
Yeah, nice work, mate.
Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
Good work, mate.
Really, really in deep, eh?
No, I drove it easily, mate.
I'm thinking we might leave this out.
Now it's Tim's turn, and I reckon he's got his work cut out for him because that mud hole has suddenly turned a whole heap worse.
Okay, might give this a go, eh? And we'll leave that strap on the trees. A fair chance we'll be using that.
No, you'll be fine, mate. He hasn't got a hope in heck.
Tim, I'd love to give you the perfect bit of advice, mate, but
I gotta be honest, I got nothing.
good luck with that.
Thanks very much, mate. I've had better advice, but I'll take that while I've got it. Righto, dropping in.
Get more for less at 4WD Supercentre with insane deals on King's DIY storage and 12-volt gear to build your dream 4-wheel drive. Whether it's an inverter you need to run 240-volt gear on the job site or the campsite, a battery box or a 12-volt control box to easily access your power, King's 12-volt DIY gear is what you need to take your 12-volt setup to the next level. Need a battery? King's has you covered with a full range of AGM, slimline and lithium batteries in sizes ranging from 98 amp hour to 200 amp hour. All built with ultra high quality components to go the distance. And of course you just can't beat King's solar panels and blankets to silently charge your batteries anytime the sun's out. At 4WD Supercentre, you get more for less.
mate, but
I gotta be honest, I got nothing.
good luck with that.
Thanks very much, mate. I've had better advice, but I'll take that while I've got it. Righto, dropping in.
Yep, that's looking really good. That's looking perfect. Yep, you've done the... That's it, mate.
Did that work?
No, mate, you aren't going anywhere at all. Yeah, that's great. All right, well, we'll leave you to it.
Front wheels are down and we aren't going anywhere.
No, you're just digging holes now.
This will be a good opportunity to try out that new winch, I think.
Rain's coming to get it.
I always get the good jobs. Oh, no!
We'll be using a winch around you the way we're going.
Put yours in the mud too.
Take that thing, will you? Where's the hook? Down here somewhere. Yeah, that's great. Tim, why don't you just sit there and relax, buddy? We'll take care of everything.
It's times like this where it comes very handy being the stuck car.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I don't think I can get that cable out. It's right underneath.
What's the options of bringing Jamie down to here and doing a double line pull back to that tree and pulling me backwards?
We can do that. It might take a bit of time.
I think it might be the best option out.
You know, to look at Tim right now, you'd think, why doesn't he just reverse out? But the truth of the matter is, he's stuck hard and fast on his chassis and the front wheels are pretty much not touching anything solid at all. Check Jamie out, mate. He just loves these recoveries. He really does. The concentration on his face, trying to think it all through, how we're going to get Tim out of there safely and as quick as we possibly can. I reckon Jamie lives for this kind of thing. You've got enough on that there to reach. Yeah. We're just about at the end of Jamie's winch rope capabilities here.
Okay, Tim, can I get you to just slowly drive with it as I winch you, please?
Yeah, copy that, mate.
Communications in a recovery such as this are absolutely fundamental. Of course, we've all got UHF radios in our truck, but handhelds too are invaluable.
Just slow it down a bit, That's it. Keep it going.
That big GU just doesn't want to get out of the mud. It looks as though Tim should really just pop back up out of there, but I guess there's a heck of a lot of weight sitting on his chassis, and I just don't know if this is going to work.
Righto, well, I reckon we might have to go up
To that next tree up the back there.
Just slacking it off, I'll take a look. Okay, what we're going to do now is a quick adjustment of what we've already set up, but instead of having such a diagonal pull on the back of Tim's GU, we're going to run the winch cable directly up to that tree in the distance, which should give us a very straight pull directly out of that hole. Because at present, all we're really doing is pulling Tim sideways. There's a big log, if you ever look down by his front right, there's a big log in the way there, and GU's a bit fancy. I don't want to do any panel damage in there, so I think we'll go backwards, directly backwards, rather than coming into that log. Tim would never forgive me. If this doesn't work, we'll have to head back to the homestead for something else to pull him out, like a tractor. And that means Tim will have to jump in with me. I'm going to make sure this thing works.
Okay, Jamie, when you're ready, mate, we'll have a go.
All good?
Yeah, good work. Here we go. Gonna pop out.
Just a simple adjustment to the rigging makes a world of difference. No wonder Tim never had a chance. Check out that mud hole.
Yay, we're finally out of that big hole. Good work, boys.
I did not think you were getting out of there. I thought you were in there for good. Well, I got good news and bad news.
Bad news?
Well, the bad news is still got to get through this. The good news is you're out of there.
That is the good news.
I reckon if you hug this edge like I did though.
Yeah, let's see how we go.
Right.
Let's see how we go on this side, and
hopefully you won't slip in. Mate, if that's a run up, I'm getting the heck out of Dodge.
Ready?
There are not a lot of lines to take through this mud hole, and really it's a bit of guesswork. Only just scraped through. He was not mucking around.
No, not at all.
Well, Tim's through that hole and he is not hanging around. Good work, mate. Well, there's the entrance gate, folks. I'm a bit sorry to be leaving that place. I reckon it's a That's a spot I'd like to get back to one day.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the travelling and tripping around this place. You know, it's a lot to see here and a lot to take in.
Yeah, magnificent part of the Snowy Mountain region, that's for sure, and looking forward to see what other areas of the Snowy Mountain region we're going to have a look at.
I'm looking forward to looking into your camp oven tonight and seeing a lamb roast. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I've heard about this, Tim. I've heard about this lamb roast you do.
Well, pressure's on then, eh? Better produce a good one.
Well, we've made it across to the G-High region. It's taken us a couple of hours to get here, but check out that scenery. That makes it 100% worthwhile. You know, there's not many spots you can camp in Australia where you look up at the skyline and see mountains covered in snow. That is utterly spectacular. Hey guys, looks like we're coming up to the first crossing of the G-High River. The level looks pretty good, but there's a bit of flow. I might take this a bit wide, guys.
No worries. Oh, I see what you mean there. Gee, I'll be glad to get some of this mud off the car.
This crossing was actually a little deeper and flowing a little faster than we all thought. But what a way to wash the mud off. Yeah, the entry's a little bit deep, guys, but it's not too bad. Just between you and me, Shorty did move ever so slightly downstream, whilst both Tim and Jamie had no problem in their heavier vehicles.
That's a good looking campsite.
Yeah, nice spot here right on the river. Looks really good.
I'll just pull in all the way around here and give you boys some room. I might have to take a second bite at this, Jamie. Just give us on it. Oh, the turning circle of Shorty, it's amazing.
But not the landy.
I've camped in some amazing places in my time, and this will be in my top 10 without a doubt. Have a look at that view.
What a spot. Look at that snow up there, eh?
Great spot, isn't it?
I just think to myself, when I see snow, line of sight, and I'm going to be camping here, not going to be warm. Well, close enough for me. I'm going to use the feather technique, mate.
Sprinkle it lightly over, that's beautiful. Lovely work.
You like that?
Yeah, that's great.
Right, stick a match to that white stuff.
Hey Jamie, do you reckon I could pass you this table down, mate? Beauty, thank you.
Well, with the guys finishing setting up camp in this stunning campsite, it's time to go and check on Tim and see what he's got planned for his famous lamb roast. Get a hand, mate?
Never say no to a hand when we've got bucket load of veggies to cut up and peel and get ready.
All right, put me to work, mate. Sometimes when I can't peel something, Tim, I cut it off. Don't watch me, I get nervous. You happy with that?
Yeah, that looks really good. Cut that into about 4 or 5 bits.
So is this something you only do in the bush, mate, or are you a bit of a culinary expert at home too?
No, I do a lot of cooking at home. I'm pretty handy in the kitchen.
Pretty handy in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
We've got an absolute mountain load of veggies there.
We'll get the lamb ready.
What's your preference in the camp oven, mate? Yeah, meat-wise.
Look, I really can't go past these.
Beef?
Or even casseroles will do a pretty good casserole.
Yeah, right.
Beef and veggie casserole,
let me take care
they're
of that,
pretty good.
Obviously we take the skin off.
Yep,
We're not barbarian.
definitely the skin comes off these, mate. Just going to put a little skewer so it makes a decent hole.
Ah.
One.
Then whack me bad boy in there, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 1, 2, and probably about 3 in this one. I'm telling you, this is going to taste sensational. I'm a big fan of garlic.
So I'm going to go a bit gnarly here. Now I bet that camp oven could tell a tale.
That's it.
Now I notice you're using a trivet.
Yeah, I use a trivet. It keeps the meat off the bottom.
Yep.
So that one saves it sticking, but gets a better circulation of heat. Coat over the
Might
top.
have gone a bit hard on that one then. Oops. I think we'll go the big one first.
Yep, just on its side, I think.
How's that looking?
I'll get the lid on and we'll see how we go.
Look what he's done to my nice chopping board. Look at that. That's what happens. You
That's
invite
good.
Tim Bates away camping. You know when I said I could smell eucalyptus? That's what I could
Your
smell.
board burning.
Hey?
Hey?
That's what I could smell.
Good thing we didn't leave it there for a bit longer.
No, mate, no, it is a good thing.
Board might have gone up.
Put that in the fire. Crikey, that was a good chopping board.
Smells good.
A picture paints 1,000 words. I don't need to say anything to accompany that scene. It really was as good as it looks.
Well, how good's this feeding them? Got a lamb roast going in the oven.
Tom Cruise is on hold.
Tom Cruise is on hold for the moment. Got a beautiful campfire going.
Yeah. I'm going to paint a bit of a picture for you. 3 weeks, you've got your truck ready. Where are you going to go?
Well, I'm pretty impressed with the region we've seen, the Snowy Mountain region.
Yep.
I'd probably start somewhere around probably Mansfield,
Yes.
heading through Dargo,
Yes.
up over Mount Pinnabarra, Davis Plain, that sort of thing, down in Tomgrogan.
Something tells me you've actually planned this trip before I even asked it.
It's funny you say that because it's certainly a trip that I'd like to do.
Pretty amazing spot, Australia. If we were to drive for a couple of days now, 2 days, we'd be in the middle of the desert. Right here, we drive for half an hour that way, we can go skiing. That's pretty freaky.
It's a really unusual country, isn't it?
It is.
It's got it all.
How's it look, mate?
Do you want to have a look? That is seriously looking pretty good.
Oh, crikey, look at that. That's beautiful.
Looks damn good, I think.
Just go and ask for more than
Hey?
You like garlic bread, Tim?
Garlic bread with the garlic lamb will go pretty well, I think.
Well, that is perfectly cooked.
That looks magnificent
Yeah?
too. Yeah.
If you reckon that looks good, you'd be spot on. That was one of the best camp oven roasts I've ever had. That's right, Tim. You've taken top honours, buddy. Cheers, mate. Absolutely
Absolutely.
superb.
Oh, I'd raise mine.
Cheers, guys.
No, you just keep eating. It's what you do best. What a picture postcard perfect morning. Clear blue skies, a little bit chilly, and snow-capped mountains in the distance. Sauces up here, pepper and salt, and I've got cheese slices down here too. Yep. Just time for a hearty breakfast before heading off for one last challenge. Better cross that Gihai River again here, boys. Yeah, it's worth having a look at this one. I'm just going to park up, lads.
No worries. This is the big one, bigger part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, I don't think it's any deeper, but it's certainly a lot longer. And it looks like there's a bit of flow on it too. We'll go down and have a look. What do you reckon, boys?
Yeah, it looks all right. Straight across, doesn't it? Maybe.
Yeah, there's no trick to it.
Not that deep, not that deep.
Directly across there. I dare say, with the time of year that it is, and the fact that the trout season is nearly upon us, this river's been up quite high, and no one will have come through here because the trout season hasn't opened yet. I reckon we'll be the first ones through this river. All right, well, I'll go first. I'll be the guinea pig.
Looks good. Yeah.
That way, if I get stuck, you blokes got to take your jeans off and come and get me.
We'll watch you, eh?
All right, let's get into it. Righto, lads. I'm going to run this up the flagpole. I'll see you on the other side, eh?
Sounds good.
You know, river crossings would be up there with my most favourable off-road challenges. Folks, you'll notice I'm not wearing my seatbelt right now. I don't wear my seatbelt on river crossings because it's a personal thing, but I just feel that if it does go pear-shaped and things do get a bit out of control or the unthinkable does happen, I want to be able to get out real quick, and a seatbelt to me is just another hindrance that I don't need. So I take my seatbelt off only for river crossings. Every other time, seatbelt on. And that's a great river crossing. Gee whiz, that's a lot of fun. That's the way, Jamie. That old landy of yours just about tackles anything.
The big landy, doing it with ease.
You might notice a few bumps across there, Tim.
Yeah, mate, I'm watching you from back here, bouncing around all the way through there. There we go, about missing those rocks. Bit of momentum. Second gear, low range.
Struth, Tim, you're not holding back.
Create a nice little bow wave there. No worries.
How'd you go, Tim?
Yeah, that was great, mate. Good bit of fun.
You know, one day the boys and I will grow up, but for now, no trip to the Snowy Mountains region would be complete without one more thing. I don't know about you guys, but the three of us are big kids at heart.
This is hard stuff, I tell you.
How good is this? We set out to answer the question. What is the most incredible part of New South Wales? Well, I'll tell you what, if the Snowy Mountains region isn't the most incredible part, I can't wait to see what is. This place has got it all. The four-wheel drive tracks are opening up, the trout season's just about to go, and you can still get up and ski. There's one activity we want to have a crack at, and this is it. I might catch you up here, I might not, but I'll definitely catch you next time on four-wheel drive action. Come on, big fella! Look out! Look out! Look out! Love it.
Forget building your own set of storage drawers or paying well over $1,000 for a set elsewhere, and get your hands on a set of incredibly tough and unbeatable value for money Titan storage drawers. Our entire range of Titan storage drawers have been built to handle just about anything you can throw at them. All models of Titan double drawers come with an included built-in fridge slide on the left-hand side, saving you up to $200 compared to some other brands that charge extra for a fridge slide. Each drawer top also has these heavy-duty spring-loaded tie-down points to secure your gear on even the most corrugated roads. We've put them through their paces like none other. We've jumped on them, overloaded them with bricks, chucked an engine on the drawers at full extension, absolutely flooded them and used them off-road year after year to prove just how tough they are. The Titan 900 single drawer is perfect for those who have limited space to install a storage drawer. It has internal dimensions of 430mm wide, 790mm long, and 190mm deep. The Titan 900 double drawer setup is ideal for smaller wagons like Prados, Pajeros, and SUVs, with the internal dimensions identical to the 900 single drawer on each side. The Titan 1300 Ute drawers are made specifically for vans and utes. The internal dimensions are 1200mm long, 430mm wide, and 150mm high. The 1300mm single drawers are also a cracking addition to the back of vans and utes. The internal dimensions are the same as the double 1300 drawers, but have an extra 40mm of depth, making them 190mm deep. And finally, for the bigger wagons like Land Cruisers and Patrols, the double 1070 storage drawers have internal dimensions of 880mm long, 470mm wide, and 180mm of depth. They come 95% pre-assembled, and all you need to install them is a couple of basic hand tools and a couple of hours on a lazy Sunday arvo. You can also add optional wing kits, both model specific and DIY, so you can finish off the back of your four-wheel drive and have plenty of storage available for your next adventure. Take your setup to the next level with the incredibly tough and unbeatable value for money Titan storage drawers.
If you're after a next level 12 volt upgrade for your vehicle or your next camping trip, then check this out. The Adventureking's 120 amp hour lithium battery. This uses high capacity, brand new grade A lithium iron phosphate cells capable of thousands of cycles. It's paired with a high quality BMS able to output up to 160 amps of current. The future of 12 volt setups is here. Lithium batteries are super lightweight and still have heaps of power capacity. In fact, this battery weighs just over 15 kilos. That's about half as much as a similar capacity AGM. But that's not all. Lithium batteries have the ability to use their entire capacity from 100 to 0% and still have an incredibly long life. The reason Adventureking's lithium batteries are so good is because they use lithium iron phosphate chemistry. That means if you're using the entire 120 amp hours of capacity in this battery every day, it would still last almost 5.5 years. Some cheap lithium batteries use grade B or even second-hand cells to keep the cost down, but not here. Adventureking's lithium iron phosphate batteries use brand new grade A prismatic cells. When these batteries are assembled, each individual cell is matched with others and then grouped. Then those cells are balanced, which means that these batteries always function at their best and ensure you have full capacity. Another major feature of these Adventureking's 120 amp hour lithium batteries is the high quality internal battery management system. This BMS for short takes care of the individual cells. It balances them while you're charging your battery. It prevents overcharge, over discharge, over temperature and short circuits. A high quality BMS is so important, and it's also incredibly important to match the BMS to the cells and the use of the battery. A good indicator of a high quality BMS is to look for high current discharge and charge ratings. This battery is capable of charging and discharging constantly at up to 100 amps, and it can do a peak discharge of 160 amps of current. A high discharge current and a high peak discharge current are very important if you want to run things like inverters that need a lot of power when they turn on to fill the capacitors. If you're looking at a battery that has a much lower charge and discharge rate, they could be cost cutting by using a cheaper BMS. Lithium iron phosphate is a safe technology, unlike some other lithium chemistries, and Adventureking's lithium batteries are doubly safe. Not only are they sealed and safe to use in your vehicle, they've also passed a short circuit test, overcharge test, over temperature test, and a vibration test, so they're ready to be put to use. Some lithium batteries are extremely sensitive to hot and cold temperatures, and they can be damaged or destroyed by trying to use them. Adventureking's batteries though can be charged anywhere from 0 to 50 degrees Celsius and used or discharged anywhere from -20 right through to +60 degrees Celsius. They use threaded M8 terminals for high power output and easy connection. Measuring it at 330mm long by 162mm wide and 215mm tall, they fit perfectly in an Adventureking's battery box for a lightweight and powerful portable power station. And with 120 amp hours on tap, you could run a camping fridge for 5 or even 6 days. Or you can permanently install them in your vehicle for a next level, super powerful setup that barely weighs anything. And for that reason, they're perfect for your four-wheel drive, motorhome, caravan, or camper trailer, where you need to be concerned about GVM and GCM limits. So if you want a safe, lightweight, super powerful, and super long-lasting lithium battery for your next level setup, you can't beat an Adventureking's 120 amp hour lithium battery.
Introducing the incredible Adventureking's Premium Camp Oven Stove. Your new best mate for delicious barbecue or campfire cooking and warm, cozy fires whether you're at home in your backyard or at your favorite campsite. Let me show you all the things that I absolutely love about it, and I'm sure you're gonna love too. This amazing bit of gear has been designed right here in Australia, and it combines a camping stove and a portable barbecue into one. It can run off multiple fuel sources: wood, heat beads, charcoal, briquettes, and more. When it's time to cook up a feast, you can fit 2 large pots or pans on this huge flat cooktop surface that measures in at 520mm long by 300mm wide. That's enough space to cook up a feast for the entire family. And because it runs on wood or heat beads, you can leave the gas bottle behind, one less thing to pack. And when you want a beautiful roaring campfire, use the included hook tool to simply lift the 2-piece lid off completely and just add in some more firewood. The raised and closed design means you won't risk scorching your grass, your deck, or even your driveway. And you'll be able to use it for a beautiful warm fire at campsites that don't allow open ground fires. Plus, your fire would last longer because you're closer to the heat. Now that's cozy. The enclosed design means it's super efficient, and you can make the most of your fuel by directing the heat exactly where you want it. You can even adjust the temperature of your fire by varying the airflow. With these sliding vents on the side, a 2-piece removable lid on top, and an adjustable flue, you're always in control. Remove the entire lid for an open fire, or just this circular inner piece if you need extra heat for cooking, like searing steaks to finish them off. And this up here, now that is a real game changer. A chimney that extends over 2.4 meters off the ground to direct smoke away from your campsite for smoke-free campfires. You can even position the Premium Camp Oven Stove under your awning, your gazebo, or your shed for maximum warmth. And the angular offset chimney piece allows smoke to funnel away rather than getting trapped underneath. There's even a spark arrestor on top for good measure. There are so many more things to absolutely love about the King's Premium Camp Oven Stove. It's been designed to be super sturdy with these 4 large legs that extend the footprint a foot wider in both directions for excellent stability. The legs simply screw into the bottom like this, and you can remove the middle piece for a lower fire. This huge access door swings open with the included hook tool to allow you to easily refill the Premium Camp Oven Stove as required. Inside, you've got this fuel rack that keeps your wood or your charcoal up off the floor, maximising airflow and preventing wasted heat. It's a breeze to transport, set up and pack down too, with no tools required. Each of the 4 2-piece legs simply screw together and the chimney pieces pack into each other, with everything fitting into the main body of the Premium Camp Oven Stove for simple transport. Make sure you don't miss the incredible genuine cooking accessories available too, like a proper wood-fired meat smoker and a clever barbecue hot plate set to really take your camp cooking to the next level. And a stainless steel water boiler too. Whether I'm at home in my backyard or out camping with family, my mates, or even by myself, I absolutely love my Adventureking's Premium Camp Oven Stove. It's a portable fire pit, it's a wood or charcoal barbecue, and it's the centerpiece of every backyard get-together or camping adventure, and I know you're gonna love yours too.
Introducing the insane new Adventureking's 9-inch lethal LED driving lights. These things have an amazing combination of both spot and flood light. They have 21,840 lab-proven effective lumens per pair. That's over 2,000 more than the previous generation. Plus, they have huge light distance performance with 1 lux at over 1.3 kilometers. These are the LED driving lights that other lights wish they were.
You asked and we listened. You said you wanted even more flood of light out of your LED driving lights to light up the sides of the road, the highway and the tracks. We went back to the drawing board to redesign the lethal LED driving lights to produce exactly that. At the same time, we upgraded the lights to the ridiculously tough King's Laser Light die-cast aluminium housings and 3mm folded steel mounts. So not only are these some of the brightest LED driving lights we've ever sold, but they're also the toughest. How bright? Try a lab-proven 21,840 lumens per pair and 1 lux of 1,342 meters. That's real-world lumens too, not the theoretical lumens that some lights claim they produce. That's thanks to the genuine German-designed Osram LEDs for simply unparalleled light performance. We've also re-engineered the lethal lights with a new 5,185 Kelvin color temperature. That means they're just a little bit more on the softer, warmer side. Still a clear, crisp white light, but that little bit easier on the eyes when driving long distances. And of course, you get all the features and quality you'd expect from Adventureking's driving lights, like polycarbonate lenses, the same stuff riot shields and fighter jet canopies are made of, and an IP68 water and dustproof rating, meaning these lights are waterproof to a depth of 1 meter for an hour.
Plus, for the first time ever, they're rated to IP69K. That means they can withstand high pressure jets of hot water.
That tough die-cast alloy housing features passive cooling fins and a waterproof breather for longevity, and they have the ability to run on both 12 and 24 volt, meaning they're suitable for everything from cars and four-wheel drives to trucks and machinery. Including the brackets, they measure 250mm high, 230mm wide, and 115mm deep. They have an attachment system that uses 2 8mm bolts on either side to positively lock them in place and prevent them from falling out of alignment.
And of course, they use the same plug as all previous Adventureking's lights, which makes them an easy 10-minute upgrade. Just unplug your old lights, bolt the new ones on, plug them in, and you're ready to go.
Add in a 2-year warranty and you've got a simply incredible set of lights that leave the competition looking a little underwhelming.
The Adventureking's 9-inch lethal LED driving lights are the best value LED driving lights on the market. We've re-engineered them to be incredibly tough and incredibly bright. They'll turn night into day, and they're on sale right now for a price you have to see to believe.
You asked and we've listened. The incredible MT1 Go Anywhere camper trailer has just received an ATM upgrade to 2 tonnes. All new Adventureking's MT1 camper trailers will now come with the new upgraded 2-tonne ATM. But don't worry if you already own an MT1, because a retrofit upgrade kit is available too. The MT1 is already an ultra tough trailer with a one-piece 150 by 50 mil chassis that extends right from the drawbar all the way to the back of the trailer. Now it's even tougher with upgraded suspension, bearings, brakes and wheels to bring it up to a 2-tonne ATM. The brakes are upgraded from 10-inch to 12-inch electric brakes. The alloy rims are now rated to 2-tonne ATM. And an upgraded set of suspension arms also suit the upgraded ATM. And for existing owners, the retrofit upgrade is incredibly easy to do at home yourself. Everything just bolts onto the trailer with no modifications needed. That extra payload capacity means that you've got more ability than ever before to carry the gear that you need and still remain legal. For more information and full detailed specs on the MT1, see the 4WDING Supacentre website. Now with a 2-tonne ATM upgrade, the Adventureking's MT1 Go Anywhere camper trailer can carry more gear than ever before.